Prompt, not yet, and we are live. And I'm here today with a beautiful girlfriend. I'm so blessed to have Christina as a friend, a colleague that we've worked together in another field together. And she comes from the beauty industry. Both of us actually come from the beauty industry, and that's one of the common interests that we have. And if we haven't met before, I'm Laurel Elian, creator of Mind Your Business. I'm a business coach with a therapy background, and I teach people client attraction. So are you attracting or repelling new clients, new business, and the money they bring with them? So today, Christina and I are going to talk about her field of interest, and truly both of us are so passionate about what is your unique flavor? What sets you apart in your industry? And Christina's joining me from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, where she recently opened her new boutique salon, and her business is called Main Essence. And welcome, Christina. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me, Laurel.
Yeah, we had some tech fun just beforehand. Well, in yoga, we're both. Christina is the reason why I started hot yoga. And in yoga, we say more Rama, less drama. Right? Less drama. And the beauty industry is famous for drama. You've been there for a few years. I was in it for over 20 years also. And Christina, would you share with those that are watching? I just want to say hello to everyone who's watching. We've got a really great audience today. Type in where you're coming in from, and any of your questions as we go along, please do type them in, and we'll be sure to answer them. And Christina's going to watch the live feed because she's a member of From Passion to Profit, the group too. So, Christina, tell us first of all, I guess, about a little bit about yourself, why you're in the beauty industry, and just any of your insights. Yeah.
So thank you. It's so nice to be here with you, Laurel. I have also been in the industry for many years, over 2.5 decades. Probably a little over. I mean, we met doing a very unique modality probably more than a decade ago. Mm-hmm. And around that time, I was running my own business. I had staff. I was a single mother. I had these crazy ailments. I threw my back out. My wrist didn't work. I was ready to throw my shears up and be done. Mm-hmm. But through my searching for something, that could, assist me, I didn't want to take the route that many do through, medications and surgeries. And so I started seeking alternative methods. And this started to open up a new world for me, really, where beauty meets, body, mind, and spirit. And so for many years, I stayed in the closet with this, and I developed through many facets: yoga, psychosomatic therapy. There were many things that I did that were body, mind, and spirit, but I kept it generally to myself as I was healing and getting stronger in my industry. But over the last few years, I have noticed the shift on our planet and in myself and in my industry for sure. And there is no better time, and it's so needed. Like you said, there can be so much drama in this industry. There can be a lot of superficialism. And I really look for the deeper aspects of beauty. So I incorporate in my private studio how to see and connect with my clients at a much deeper level. This has allowed me to have beautiful relationships with them, because I feel that when people are truly seen and heard, that inner essence starts to shine through, and that is true beauty to me.
Well, there's for those watching, if you've been in our programs at all before, you can see I love this theme that's coming out: beauty, body, mind, and spirit. And I always say body, mind, and business. And it is true. You're right. People want to feel connected, and as you know, whether we're the customer or we're in business, it's about, honestly, a lot of the drama in our life comes from the disconnection, right? Or the drama creates the disconnection, and then it just kind of snowballs. And yes, both of us are therapists in the other path that we walk in life, and it's taught us, first of all, how to be connected to ourselves. And you'd agree, Christina, because this is how we live our lives, that the self-care, the connection starts here first. And for yourself, you know what, I always marveled at how people didn't recognize me out on the street if they were used to seeing me behind the chair. and that's a really good point, because the segue here is that when I came to you, when I come to you to have my hair done, or to have that appointment, it starts with connection. And what you teach as a master stylist definitely is what sets you apart, because I'll just say to the audience, we have quite a few people watching. When you go, and this is nothing against any stylist, this certainly was my experience, and it kind of frustrated me, because when they start cutting the hair, they haven't been front with you, they haven't looked you in the face, and they're behind you. All of a sudden, they're cutting your hair. And so, first of all, the connection, but then there's the form. And I'm gonna let you talk about that, because for those of you watching, my friend and my professional hairstylist, who is Christina, gives an experience in connection. And I'm going to let you talk about that, Christina, why you do it and the difference that it makes.
So I incorporate some holistic perspectives into hair that includes sacred geometry of the face. It includes breath work. It includes touch. And so when my clients come in and sit in my chair, the first thing that I do is have them connect with their breath. So we'll breathe, we'll pick a card, we'll pick a crystal, we'll talk about their face shape in accordance to whatever crystal they picked. It'll be connected to a certain chakra that will be represented in the face. And so I'll give them some information of what I see, and that will connect us. So through the breath, through touching, and then, you know, how their hair form, how their shape of their hair is going to not only expand how they look, but it's also going to have a very big impact on how they feel as well. So we will talk about that. So I feel that that's what sets me apart in this industry, is that I have the ability to be able to see people at a much deeper level and understand it at how we look and how we feel. And so I also have a program where I teach other hairstylists how to have these insights as well, because I feel that it's so important in this industry to be able to connect with people, not only at that, you know, hello level, but at a much deeper level. People come and sit in our chairs for a unique experience.
Well, you're exactly right. And I remember many of my clients, or I came for my usual session. Oh yeah, and a haircut. So with yourself, you know, because we're people people. Like we love that connection. Naturally, we're like that. So with these tools, it just takes it so much deeper. And where people are today, like when I was doing hair, what made me different was that I was talking the spiritual, whereas today it's so easy to have that audience, and people are looking for higher levels of that. So they want to go out and have those conversations. So that's what you've cultivated in your course, that you teach other hairdressers. And really it is it's teaching them how to be their own unique version of themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm. So the experience that you have with Christina and what she teaches is, like you say, based on, it's based on ancient wisdom, ancient medicine, and backed up by modern science. This isn't anything woo-woo, like truly, because as soon as you mention crystals, and people will kind of sometimes get an idea of it, it's very practical. And when you connect with your people that way. So so I know there was a time that you were looking for, there had to be something that came along that kept you in your industry. And so these tools that you have are what has taken it to a deeper level for you too. And truly, any entrepreneur or an entrepreneur in any industry, if you're not passionate about what you're doing, that's why it's lost its woomph for you, its appeal, and it's because you're needing to stir up the passion in yourself, in your body. So would you talk about the body mind connection and how that pertains to stylists? It pertains to all people, really. But I remember one of the first conversations we had, it's because you're talking about the carpal tunnel syndrome, which so many stylists get, and I too was there, and I opted not to. Would you talk about some of those things that hairstylists, in particular, it's kind of unique to that industry, and what you would say to them about their body-mind connection?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So for sure, right? It's named carpal tunnel, but in actual, it's not, because I've understand the body better now than I ever have. So really it's over usage and misalignment within the body. So when we're doing repetitive things over and over again, but we're not addressing or looking at our posture, or looking at maybe what types of preventative exercises am I going to be doing to, these are things that came to me because I was broken and I was disconnected from my body because I was going. So my mind was in charge of what I was doing, and it was driving my body into the ground. And I know that so many hairstylists get to this point, you want to be so busy. It's what we aim for. We want to have a full book, we want to make lots of money. And when we get there and our bodies don't work, such as mine, I couldn't do the buttons up on my shirt. So let alone, go to work and look after staff and my family and do my clients, I wasn't able to do that. And so very quickly I had to pivot and find something that was going to alleviate that. And so I teach stylists ways that they can work less and make more money. Add services that are unique and don't take a toll on your body. I teach them how to have better posture. I teach yoga across from my private studio. And in the future, I'm looking at specifically for hairstylists. So there's quite a few things that can be done and stay in this industry. I had a teacher tell me I wanted to get out of it. And she said, when you really want to get out of something, and this comes from the ancient teachings of yoga, you get more into it.
I love that.
Yeah, right?
Everything that you do in your life is taking you to where you're supposed to be, right? And the more we say we hate it, that word itself is that reaction in your body. Look at that. Why? And yeah, and one of my spiritual teachers too said, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And and that meant that you want to go in this new direction. You want to quit your job, so you quit your job and then go in that new direction, and then you hate what you're doing too because you're not primed to be there. So everything is an avenue that brings the people to you because you've been cultivating it. So start doing those new things to start cultivating that. And if you're not interested in the work you do, then you're not interesting. Make yourself interesting. Make yourself interested, right? And and that's what really what yoga teaches us, right? Is that connection to self and to everything that we do. So you're right, that posture, having that right posture behind the chair. I didn't suffer like many of them did, which is amazing because I didn't have a yoga practice the whole time I was in the beauty industry. But what I see with entrepreneurs from any field is that if you're not authentic, if you're not truly passionate about what you do, that comes out through your languaging, through your posture, through your behavior, and your people sense that from you. So they may come because it's a good deal or it's a convenient location or whatever, but if you're really passionate about it, that's where you build your following. So you got to put your body into it. Your body is a piece of an important piece of the puzzle, right, Christina?
Yeah, because I don't know what we can do without it.
Right.
It's kind of important.
Well,
for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't mind standing all those hours. It was, I was in such a vibe with my clients, but I sure can see how these kind of tools, the connection tools, make such a difference for people. So for those of you who are watching, I'm with Christina Baldwin-Pripik. She's out of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. And she's going to put her posts in the comments below. And actually, Christina, if you see the comments there too, if you'd want to put them in the comments there, but we'll go back to the group. And Christina's been a stylist. She is a master hairstylist today. She's just recently opened her new boutique studio in Saskatoon. And when you get in with Christina to have a hair experience, it is truly an experience because she incorporates the body mind experience into that. So what else would you say to entrepreneurs in the beauty industry, Christina, that from your experience, what could you say to them to inspire, give them hope, to build their business if they're feeling frustrated? If you want to quit, don't quit. You're there for a reason.
Absolutely. And finding that peace, like you said, that passion, because that's so important. And when you get tired and you get burnt out, you lose that. And so it's so important to keep your cup full. I'm a strong believer in self-development, ongoing learning expands your being, and it also gives you credibility. I'm always taking new courses and expanding myself. I'm 50 plus, and I know people are like, you're going to start a business at 50? It's like, yeah, of course. Why not? I've done it before. And I feel like staying in that flow of, don't let age be hold you back, because I feel and I understand that when we stay in the flow of our passion and our creative energy, we stay younger.
Oh, thank you for saying that in particular. It is part of my stand for particularly women,
Mhm.
because of the age that I am too. I have many younger than me that look older than me that are my students, because life has weighted them down, and we let that stuff get to us. And so you and I are definitely proof that we're just starting. I'm right.
Oh yeah, yeah, I feel it. I do not. And in this industry in particular, so if there are hairstylists watching, it can be a very daunting um, challenge when you are aging in this industry, because of there can be a sense of youth is more important. Yet I feel like that's not true. And we need to shift that narrative.
That's right. It's a stigma, and it isn't true,
Mhm.
because if we incorporate the body into every part of our day, starting with nourishing the body, with water in the morning. It's as simple as that. Hydration. What are you putting in to nourish the body through here, but also through here, like you said. And it's proof. It's the research is in, the science is saying yes, definitely hydration. And I would have to say my brain is functioning better than it's ever been, because I don't take alcohol into the system anymore. That's the number one thing. I did it because that was the thing, that was the social thing, but that's not what worked for me. And I didn't listen to my body. So hydration and a yoga practice, and the longer you're in something, and Christina and I are proof, the longer we're there's the wisdom that's accumulated. It's also part of our responsibility and our passion to share that wisdom. And you're like myself, Christina. We get excited about sharing, about teaching, and we teach because we grow when we teach. And I love that you have the yoga studio right across the hall from your beautiful little boutique studio too. So look forward to hearing more about that. So we have quite a few people on. Hello, we've got Toronto joining us. We've got some platforms I can't see where people are coming in from. There's a good chance that we've got Las Vegas in the house. So thanks so much for hopping on. And Christina will um, put her contact information in so that you can get a hold of her. And she teaches online, and she loves working with um, young, or part of, I shouldn't say, that's not what I meant. She loves working with stylists who want to go to the next level, who want to master their craft, because that's what she's done, and make more money doing what you love. That's the credo I use in my business coaching, but it came from the beauty industry, from Chris Barron, who's world famous on the stage for in the hair industry. And he said, and I took this with me from my early 20s: do what you love what you do, and the money will always be there. And he said, just find your thing and get a stage and do it, and just do it. It took me a long time to figure that one out, but I didn't let go. And so in closing, thank you so much, Christina. If there's anything else that you'd like to share with those who are watching.
I think, thank you for having me, Laurel. It's always a pleasure to connect with you and share space. I have I'll post in, once we're off here, I'll post that in the link, but my signature series for stylists. So if you know stylists, or if you're a stylist, it's called Cut the Crap.
I love it.
Client retention alignment program. So it's just get to it.
Client retention. There could be another joke in there.
Right. Perfect. But thank you so much. So I will put that information in below. And thank you for everybody that joined in. Nice to share space with you as well.
Thank you so much.